now, and it just wouldn't let me go on, so I had to restart. But today I'm talking about being a stay-at-home mom, being a stay-at-home parent in general. Job, or that it's a job for moms who just don't want to work, right? Moms who just don't, or parents who just don't want to go out there and work. So I'm gonna clear up some facts and some myths, facts. Let's clear that up. Come. So let's see. Sure, you think it's easy. Let's assume from the premise that it's easy. What do I do every day as a stay-at-home parent? Okay. Can you flush? And we'll go upstairs. Can you flush the toilet, please? Liam, can you stand up and flush the toilet, please? Pick up your pants over there. Liam, pick up your pants. Now go upstairs.
Why?
Because. Go upstairs. Come on.
Am I teaching the bath?
Yeah.
No, I don't want bath.
Everybody's getting a bath today.
Scared.
Come on, Chewy.
Are you going to the bath too?
Yep. Huey, come here. I gotta clean your bum.
Help.
Everybody's
Help.
pooped and they pooped at the same time. So
I can't take my
so
shirt
take it off then. You're doing more playing than taking off. That's why I'm ready to take your shirt off. So you can go in the bath. Go in the bath. Yeah, put Riff over here. Not go in the bath, please.
It's so deep. Too cold.
Okay, go in.
It's so deep.
Yeah, that's how you like it. Go in, please.
It's too deep.
No, it's not too deep. Please go in. It's not too deep. You always ask for more water. What are you talking about? You're always like, Mommy, can I have more water? That's not even half the water that you normally ask for. So I'm not understanding what you're talking about. Huey, baby.
That is hot.
Baby. You're sitting on my office chair with your poopy bum. Why are you sitting on my office chair with your poopy bum? Let's wipe it.
Jelly in the bath.
The jelly? What are you talking about? So this one definitely
That
pooped as well. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Look at all these bubbles.
I get up in the morning with these guys, take them downstairs, clean the kitchen, put dishes away from the previous night. Then I gotta feed them. Gotta take my supplements. We usually do our warm lemon water.
It's in there.
It's okay. We usually do our warm lemon water first thing in the morning before breakfast.
Eating it now.
It's okay. He's gonna do the same thing when he gets in the bath, so that's just what it is. Yes, and poops usually happen earlier, so I'm usually changing poops. I also have to take the puppy out, as you saw in the previous live today, because we're still getting back into our routine since we've been away. We've been away for 6 days. I forgot to take the puppy outside for potty today. I thought my husband took him before he went to work, but clearly he did not because he ended up pooping on the floor in the house, and that's why he was going back and forth following me. He normally does that anyway, but I think he was doing it particularly because he needed to go outside and poop. So while I was changing the baby's diaper, because the baby's diaper was full, my dog had to go poo, so he went on the floor. So then I had to clean that up after I had just cleaned up all the water the baby spilt out of the puppy's bowl, which I still need to replace the water in the puppy's bowl. I still have not gotten to that because I had to go downstairs and get oatmeal to cook breakfast because they were screaming their heads off because they were hungry. So yes, Usually the morning is quite busy. And usually around this time, that's when baby sleeps and Liam has a poop. But today, baby's poop came late, so it came at the same time with Liam. Usually, I'm trying to put the baby down in bed, and Liam's screaming from the downstairs bathroom to come wipe his bum because he just pooped, and I'm trying to telepathically tell him to not scream because he's going to keep the baby up, and the baby won't fall asleep, and then I won't be able to come wipe his bum. But yeah. But because they both stink and they're both due for a bath, I'm gonna give them a bath right now. No, baby. You gotta get a bath. And of course, they fight you at every move, every turn. Nothing. They don't make anything easy for you, even if it's for their own good. I'm trying to get him in his seat. Boys. Time for somebody, for somebody. Yes, this is how much laundry I have to do. I have so much laundry, guys. It's unbelievable. Especially from our trip when we got back. I already have, like, this is what we washed when we got back from our trip, and this is what I have to unpack for the kids. I have to unpack their stuff. So I got quite a bit of laundry to do. The house downstairs needs cleaning because we did not clean it when we left for our trip. I cleaned the bathrooms, and hubby was supposed to clean the main floor, but he didn't get to it, so that still needs to be cleaned. Do we have towels for you guys? Let's see. Okay. Where's baby's towel? I need baby's towel. So for me, I'm gonna tell you my experience, okay? Because I've had the opportunity to, I stopped being a stay-at-home mom for a bit after Liam was like maybe around close to 2 years old, and I went back to work because I wanted to study early learning and childcare and child development because I wanted to know more about, raising young children because I'm a parent that I never planned on having children, never actually wanted to have children, if you say it that way. Very modern day, almost hippie-like. I'm very conscious of environmental changes, where the world is going. And I just never wanted to bring children into. We just got in my You can't come back now. We just got in the bath. Here's. Okay, I'll watch you, Huey, because you passed your nap time. I'm gonna watch you first. Then I'll come back and watch you. Please, I need this mat. Can we switch? Huey, can we switch? You go sit on that mat. Thank you. Here's your towel. Ooh! Somebody wants to get into my. No, not right now, baby. Not right now. Not right now. We gotta wash you. We gotta wash you first. Before I had children, I worked. I had a full-time job that paid me just fine to pay my bills and pay everything that I need to pay. But because I was a workaholic and I couldn't just, work one job, adult life, overnight. So even though you and anyways, so I've been a workaholic since I started working since 16 years old. Always worked multiple jobs, and again, I did not want children specifically because of what I think a big part of it was my seeing my mom's experience, doing everything right, making all the right decisions, and just having life throw her these curveballs, these massive not curveballs, like boulders, throw her these boulders. And I know she's a powerful, strong woman, and she still came out. She still pulled herself up, by her bootstraps, and still made a life for us, a good life for us. Moved us on our own halfway across the world for better opportunities. And I saw it wasn't easy. It was not easy for her. So I was just like, am I even half as strong as her emotionally? I'm kind of a softie. Like, I'm just like, I don't know if I can go through the things she's gone through. So that's one of the reasons I didn't want kids. Another reason was because I was like, you really can't guarantee the kind of partner you get. Like, you could take all the time in the world to know this person. You can do this. You can go for premarital counseling. But at the end of the day, if someone just wakes up and just decides they're not going to participate after you had children, you can't get a refund. You can't get a refund. You can't go, oh, well, it didn't work out. Let's refund the kids. You're stuck with them. And usually moms, just seeing the world as it is right now, moms are the ones who end up stuck with the children. And when I say stuck with the children, I'm not saying they're a bad thing. They're beautiful, beautiful beings, but it's just the responsibility of children. Nothing that I've ever experienced in life, even working 3 jobs, has prepared me for the responsibility of taking care of children. It is a massive responsibility. You do not go into it just lighthearted, just like, just something to do. It's not something to just do. You have to be mentally prepared. And that's why once I had my first, I was like, I'm going to study early learning and childcare, even though I have no plans to work in the field. I'm going to study it and just have that certification. First of all, to have the knowledge of how to deal with children in a non-toxic way, because all the other examples I grew up seeing is just, you hit your children misbehave, you spank them, you hit them, you put them, you do this. It just did not go well with my spirit and the kind of person I am. I'm a very gentle person. So I was just like, no, I want to learn a better way. I don't want to keep repeating the same mistakes. I want to break the cycle. So I want to learn early learning and childcare, and ended up being hired by the place I was doing my practicum. And that's how I ended up stopping being a stay-at-home parent and working for a bit. And I accepted the job because I had student loans from when I did my accounting program back in Toronto. And I wasn't working in accounting. I was working in like property management and management basically. And I was like, okay, I need to pay this off because I can't just keep, having this student loan that I'm paying off so slowly. Student loans take forever to pay off. So I accepted the job, worked for a couple of months, paid off the student loan, and it was the hardest thing to leave my baby to go to work. Oh my gosh, all the moms out there in the world, you are doing an amazing job. I know the heartbreak you go through every day, walking out the door and leaving your child, or taking them to daycare, leaving them with somebody else to take care of them. I get that. It's a very painful thing, but also because of that experience, I got to experience being a working mom for a little bit. And it was great. It was great. It was just right up my alley. Like, I'm a workaholic, so I was just like, yes, I'm earning money, I'm paying things off. My student loan was gone in no time. Like, I just focused and paid that off. We paid off a lot of things actually, and managed to, because my goal in life is to be debt free, completely debt free, which we've managed to be up until recently when we bought a house. So our house is our only debt at this point, but because of who I am, I know I'm going to hustle and I'm going to bring in extra income and get that house paid off. Like, I know myself, I'm going to do it. And I told my husband, in 5 years, we're going to pay this off. He's like, okay, you're a little bit ambitious. I'm like, yes, I'm a very ambitious person. You know that. For us to even have savings to buy it, the down payment, the amount of down payment we have is because I've been putting money aside every single chance I get, from working, from hustling, whatever I need to do. And also the kids' child tax, I don't spend it. I know a lot of parents do, and it's their decision. I'm not judging, but I put that money away. So anyways, being a stay-at-home parent, so it was great getting out of the house, interacting, socializing with other adults on a daily basis. And work, it's a different kind of groove that I'm very used to. But oh my gosh, once COVID hit, that was it for me for work. Everybody got laid off. And I was back to being a stay-at-home mom, and I was frustrated as hell. And shortly after that, I got pregnant with my second again, which I did not plan to get pregnant, but my husband still denies it, but he wanted a second child. He did. And we were in agreement that, you know what, we're not going to have any more children, but he wanted a second child. And I think that was just part of what happened. I'm just going to be truthful here. I'm not going to mince stuff, but this is what happened. I did not, I was surprised. I was surprised. When he said initially that he wanted another child, I thought he was joking because we had agreed that we're not having any more children, but it turned out he was not joking. Because I, the thing is with my birth control situation is that I can't be on any hormonal medications because I have these uterine fibroids that are the size of like footballs, like literally the size of footballs that I'm trying to shrink down. And when I'm on any hormone altering medication, they grow like crazy. And that's part of the reason why I don't take any birth controls that are hormone based. But then that means that I'm heavily reliant on my partner to essentially do the right thing, right? And not, so that was a part of the problem. And that's how we ended up with the second child, to be honest and truthful 100%, because a part of this platform is for me to be truthful. Like this happens. This is a part of marriages, this is a part of relationships. Like this is what happens. And I know he will probably deny it till today that, yeah, he did not want a second. Out there, he does. In the house, he'll say he knows what happened. He knows what's up. But out there, he'll tell people like, yeah, we should have stuck to one. He didn't want a second, which I kind of don't like because it makes it seem like I'm the one who kind of made that happen. But I'm not, because I really wanted to focus on shrinking my fibroids. I really, really wanted to focus on that. My fibroids are not, it's not, they're tumors. Essentially, they're tumors sitting in your uterus, and they're massive. And of course, they cause problems. I wanted to get rid of them. I still want to really get rid of them. I do not want to have to do, because pregnancy is another thing that alters your hormones. And they grew again. I was shrinking them, and then they grew again during the second pregnancy. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I was not having a good time at all. I was not happy. I was not happy, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Like a lot of people are gonna be like maybe judging me or saying, oh, you should be happy anytime you have a child comes into your life. There are reasons I was not happy, health reasons for myself, my personal health, because if these tumors persist, if they keep growing, I know there is a chance they could turn cancerous, because it is possible. Fibroid tumors can turn cancerous, and I do not want to deal with cancer. I have children to take care of. That is my primary responsibility now. I do not want to be fighting for my life at the same time. I just want to raise my children and have a good life. So it was very important to me to not get pregnant again. But at the same time, I knew the odds were against me because I couldn't take hormone birth controls. So it was completely up to the two of us to just do the right thing. And it just got to a point where I guess we're human beings, and when you want to reproduce, and bam, Anyways, aside from that, I'm not like saying this out of resentment or anything. I'm just saying it as a matter of fact that this is what happened. I don't resent him for it. Maybe just a little bit. I don't know. Some days I'm just like, when I'm just like swamped with children, and he's like, I'm gonna go biking, I'm gonna go hang out with my friends, and I'm like, you're living your best life here, and I'm stuck here with these kids. I can't even. I haven't. Asked me the last time I went to watch a movie. Asked me the last time I went to do anything really for myself, right? Like if you look at my life, it's basically centered around children. Even to get my hair done. Remember when I was doing my braids? The plan was to get my hair done somewhere else when we were in Edmonton, but then hubby did not want to stay home with the kids by himself, so he convinced me to do my hair and stay home with the kids, and it ended up taking me, well, at the hotel anyways, it ended up taking me 2 days to do my hair, 3 days if you include yesterday when I was styling it, because I'm like running to breastfeed to do this at the same time and, take care of kids at the same time. So it wasn't easy. And the incentive was he was going to pay me for it. He did finally send me money. because the money that I was supposed to pay the lady that was gonna do my hair, he said he was gonna send it to me. So last night, after me just complaining and complaining, and him asking, why are you sad? Why are you sad? I'm like, because you didn't pay me my money. I did a service. I braided your wife. I start talking in the third person. I'm like, I braided your wife's hair, and you didn't pay me my money. So he finally sent me the money. Um, and yeah, so anyways, I'm really digressing. So being a stay-at-home parent is not easy. It is not easy at all. It's not what you think it is. It's not relaxing. I hardly get to sit down. I actually haven't sat down. Probably the moments I sit down is when I'm breastfeeding this one, but half the time he's grabbing my boobs even when I'm walking around carrying him or whatever, or I'm sitting on a chair. So only time I sit down is to breastfeed him, and that's work on its own. For moms that, there you go, another towel. So yeah, being a stay-at-home mom is not, it's not for the faint of heart. It's not easy. I can tell you from 3 jobs that's a workaholic. Let me just go down here for a second. So when I worked 3 jobs, I had more time to relax, and I was way more relaxed than when I work than when I take care of babies at home. It's a whole different level of stress, and I know like older generations might be like, well, I stayed at home with my kids, it was easy. And a lot of the situations, the dynamic I see is they were living a very different dynamic than I am now. They were living a dynamic that is very family centered, family oriented, surrounded by family members and people that can help them. Like my husband grew up, bouncing back and forth from grandparents and uncles and aunts. He's told me so many times how much time he spent with his grandparents, and I'm like, wow, I wish I had that the ability to just drop my kids off with grandparents on the weekend or something, or have them take them for a road trip or take them to Disney World or something. But everything that my kids have or go through or events they go to, I take them. There is nobody I can pawn them off to. Even when I'm exhausted, and keep in mind, I have an infant, so I'm up all night, okay? And then I'm up during the day working, cleaning up. There's about 100 things I need to clean up right now, but then I've decided I'm gonna do these lives because this is my way of just tuning out for a second, for however many minutes I'm doing this live, half an hour or whatever, and just doing me, doing my own thing, and just, you know, letting people know like this is the life experience of the stay-at-home mom. This is our life experience. It's not easy. It's not chilling. Like even this me sitting here doing this live is not the typical day. You're just coming and seeing me while I'm doing a live, but I'm running around all day. I don't sit down. I'm cleaning stuff, and they're making mess faster than I can clean up. So sometimes I just resign and be like, okay, I'm not gonna get to that. That's fine. The table right now smells like fish because my baby climbed on a chair and climbed onto the table and dropped all the cat food onto the table. So even though I cleaned off the cat food, the table itself smells like cat food. So it's kind of gross because we're sitting there eating and all you can smell is cat food. And the reason he's even up there is because he moved his food up here while we were gone. His food was in the basement. But now he's used to eating up here, so my husband put it on the table. So, yeah, this is the life, right? I still have to clean the house, mop the floors, vacuum, and mop. There's a lot that needs to be cleaned, guys. I have to put laundry away. I have to wash dishes, and it's an ongoing thing. Mornings are the busiest. As you saw the previous live, I was running around trying to get things done, trying to get back to doing things. Like after a while, I kind of get the groove of things, and I know, okay, first thing in the morning, brush your teeth, do this, take the dog out, so he doesn't end up going in the house because he can't hold it any longer. But today, I obviously failed on that because I forgot. I thought my husband took him out before he went to work, but he did not, clearly, because he ended up going on the floor. And at the same time, I was changing the baby, and then now it's baby's nap time, but then he needs to poop because his poop came late. And then the other one's pooping downstairs, and let me wipe my butt. Like it's constant. It's a constant thing. So
But don't ever get into it. I want you to be prepared. If you're going to be a stay-at-home parent, whether you're mom or dad, stay-at-home mom or stay-at-home dad, I want you to be prepared that it's a lot of work. It's more work than you've ever had. Okay, even if you work a physical job, I've worked physical jobs. Even if you work like in a factory or whatever, a really, really hard job, and you think, yeah, being a stay-at-home mom, you're just sitting there and feeding babies and watching TV. I haven't watched TV at all. What? Ask me the last thing I watched. Ask me the last thing I haven't watched TV in like forever, ever. Maybe last time was when my husband was here and the kids fell asleep early, which rarely happened, and then he's like, "Come watch something with me." And then while we're watching it, the baby wakes up, and then I have to run upstairs. So I can't even relax and watch something because I have to be alert that he might wake up, and I have to run upstairs and feed him or change his diaper or something. And that's the life of being a single parent. You're always on the go. You're always on the run. You're always getting things done, and it's very easy to get to fall behind on things. There's so many things that need to be done constantly. You're being pulled in different directions all the time. Okay, and I know work, like going out to work, has its stresses, but trust me, for somebody that has worked all kinds of jobs and I've worked 2 to 3 jobs at a time, working as a mom, a stay-at-home mom, beats that any day. It is more work than working 2 to 3 jobs. I used to work 17, 18-hour days. Okay, don't ask me when I slept, but I was still more rested than I am now because this is a 24-hour gig. My 4-year-old has they get growing pains. Every stage has its issues. So you think, oh, okay, once I'm past infancy and I'm past the diaper changing, I'm past the breastfeeding, it'll be fine and they can sleep. 4-year-olds get growing pains. They wake up in the middle of the night because their legs hurt. Okay, they wake up in the middle of the night. Right now he has allergies. He just started suffering from allergies. His eyes itch. He'll wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and keep you up till 6 in the morning. Because his eyes hurt. You're trying to give him allergy. He won't let you put drops in his eyes. He will scream bloody murder, say he's scared, he's scared. But the one thing that will give him relief, he won't let you do it. He will not let you do it. So right now I just resort to giving him like the oral medication and hoping that it will work fast enough. I don't know. Like it's a mess, guys. This is stay-at-home parenting. And if I had somewhere that I trusted to leave my kids and go back to work, I would do it in a heartbeat. But it's just I do not trust like a whole lot of people. I have tried daycares and I did not have a good experience. My children did not have a good experience. I've also worked in daycare, so I know some of the things that go on that parents that don't work in daycare might not particularly see. And obviously people that don't care about certain things, but I care about my children. That's why I was prepared to never have children so that they don't have to deal with certain things in life. And I'm raising kids of color in a very, very whitewashed world. So you can imagine also the racial discrimination and the racial violence they potentially go through. That racial violence and discrimination I've gone through when I've gone through the public school system here as well, right? And I also watch my nieces and nephew go through these things. Some of the things, even it's not just even other kids, even educators, teachers, the racist things, the ignorant things that teachers say in front of other children in a classroom setting. It's heartbreaking. It's absolutely heartbreaking. And I will never, ever, ever, yes, I will protect my children from that as long as I can. And it's the same thing. People will be like, oh yeah, but that's just life. Okay, sexual abuse is a part of life. Are you going to leave your child in a situation or an environment that you know there is a big potential of sexual abuse, a big potential of sexual abuse happening, and you leave them? No, you're not. You're going to protect them from that because you don't want that to happen. So no, some things are not just life. Some things is just rotten people, just bad, evil, rotten people trying to ruin other people's lives. And every parent has a right to protect their children from those situations. And I'm one of those parents that I will do everything in my power. If I have to hustle, if I have to do whatever I need to do to, to make extra income, to do whatever it is that I want to do while I raise my kids at home, I'm raising them at home and I'm homeschooling them for sure. I will homeschool them. I'm determined to do that. So yes, this is why I do lives. This is why I braid hair. This is why I do a lot of things. I'm an artist and I'm always using my art to make money. And yeah, so that's basically the facts of being a stay-at-home parent. Anything else you think that it's just us sitting, watching TV, eating bonbons, and just like laughing and playing, that's a myth. You're kidding yourself. If you really believe that, you are absolutely kidding yourself.
If you really believe that, I dare you to come and spend a day with me in here. I dare you. What you see on these lives is nothing compared to what I deal with. I dare you to come, take a day off from work, or come on a weekend. Come on your day off. I'm more than come in here and spend a day with me, and I will let you watch, or even you can join me. I will let you do what I do for one day. Okay, I know parents who've tried, who've gone and been a stay-at-home parent, and after like a month or two, they're like, I'm done, and they go back to work. I know dads who were military, so they get paid. They get topped off to take paternity leave, right? So they still make the same amount of money, or even a little bit more than they make if they're at work, if they stay home. So a lot of them are like, yeah, we're gonna take the full 9 months and stay home, right? Or the extended and take like what, 16, 18 months or however long it is, 60 something weeks or whatever, and stay home. And I might have my numbers wrong, but you know what I mean. And after just like a few weeks or a month, I know so many guys who are like, nope, I'm going back to work. Forget it. I don't mind if I'm being paid my full pay to stay home. I'm going back to work because this is something else. This is a whole other type of job. And trust me, it is a whole other type of job. It is not what you think. It is absolutely not what you think. And if you're seeing your mom who has their parents around, especially if you live in a small community where all your family's around, that is not the typical situation that stay-at-home parents are in. A lot of us are away from our families. We do not have, and even if we're close to our families in this day and age, everybody's working. My mom still works full time. Okay, my husband's parents still work full time. So nobody has time for this. It's not like how things were more affordable back then. Okay, parents, grandparents retired by a certain age. It was a given that they were retired by that age. Now people are working into their 70s, 80s because they need to. Life is unaffordable. It's a lot more unaffordable now. So that means less family supports for stay-at-home moms or stay-at-home dads. That's the facts. That's the real facts. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna go because these kids are in the bath still. I'm gonna finish giving them their bath and get Huey for his nap. And then finally, once he falls asleep, hopefully I can take a shower for the day. So, yes. I hope that was enlightening for somebody. Hopefully it's helpful for someone who's thinking about being a stay-at-home parent. Um, but yeah, I hope you guys learned something. If you want to leave a comment or whatever your experience, or if you don't agree, let me know and we can discuss it further. But anyways, I gotta go. Have yourselves a wonderful day, and remember to always, always, always be kind to yourselves and always be your own best friend first. Okay? Ciao.